suffering an apparent blow to the head last night on the field. I know that is a mouthful, and I wanted to honor his name, but this is a big story, and we really care about his health right now.
That's right. He was sacked by a Cincinnati Bengals player. It's his second head injury, we think, in just the past week, although that's up for debate. Now, Tagovailoa briefly left the Buffalo Bills game on Sunday after he looked like he had trouble walking after an apparent head injury, but the team later said, actually, it was a back injury, and that's why he was able to come back in the second half. Now, though, the NFL Players Association is investigating whether or not the concussion protocols were followed. We're going to bring in Dr. Chad Domang now. He's a nationally recognized neurologist. Dr. Domang, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, good morning. I was watching the game last night. Pretty scary stuff, seeing that at real.
Well, my first question for you is about the viewer's experience here, because you haven't examined Tua himself and you haven't looked at a brain scan. But what can we tell as you're watching from TV? I know the reaction of his hands, I don't think I've seen that. But does that tell you definitively whether or not there was a traumatic brain injury, or can we only guess?
Yeah, it gives us information. I mean, we still can guess because there's different varieties of traumatic brain injuries into the nervous system. I like to use an analogy: an electrical device, iPhones, computers, so forth. If you drop them or slam them, there's a high level of integral electrical circuitry that allows that device to work. So as you can see, when you slam a device or drop it, it starts to flash and doesn't work properly. Our brain is no different. So what I'm looking at here is a cross section of our brain. My hand is on a primitive part of the brain called the brainstem, and the higher part is the cortex. So when you see an injury like this, what happens is the higher part of the brain can no longer communicate with the lower part. So you see these kind of posturings or non-meaningful movement. And what that lets you know is the higher part of your brain is no longer communicating appropriately to the lower part.
And given that you can at least tell that there is a lack of communication, they probably handled the situation right, taking him out on a cart. But the question is about handling things right before he even got in that situation. We're talking about the Bills game on Sunday. He looked like he was wobbly, and according to the NFL's own concussion protocol, if you see trouble moving like that, like he was stumbling on Sunday, it's time to take him out of the game and get him reviewed. Do you feel like concussion protocol was followed Sunday? Do you feel like it was followed last night? How would you assess what was done there?
Yeah, as a neurologist, I have the same concerns as any avid NFL fan. I went back and watched the video from last week, and it looked like he had a concussion to me. I know the narrative from the Miami Dolphins, he had a spinal injury, back injury, but you can clearly see as he was moving, he kind of lost consciousness, kind of lost purposeful movement. So from my end, it looked like he had a concussion last week. And the reason that's so important, and I'm glad you bring that up, with concussions, it's usually not a single event that leads to major damage unless you have a bleed or something major. But what happens is succession of concussions. So 1 + 1 + 1, the brain's not allowed to heal. So think about bruising. This called axonal shearing. So all the wires and circuitry of our brain can be damaged. And the more you injure the brain as it's still trying to heal, that's when you see major long-term issues, dementia, Alzheimer's disease, traumatic brain injury. Junior Seau comes to mind as someone that had this issue. So, this is obviously major stuff. And, you have to critique the NFL as what's going on. And this is a very unfortunate young man, and hopefully he can recover.
And again, stipulating that you haven't examined him yourself or seen any of his brain scans, I kind of wonder when it comes to what happened on Sunday, if you think he should have been out there on Thursday. Can you make that judgment yourself?
No, I can, and there's a lot of things to it, and obviously as viewers, we don't all know this, but there's formal neurological exams, there's high-level MRIs, there's MRIs called DTI MRI, which look at the subcortical white matter axons, and it's not a single study that shows the severity of a concussion, but what the NFL should be doing is comparing his neurologic status from baseline, so his cognitive function, his pre-injury scans, his pre-injury testing, and every time the player has an injury, you can compare them to these pre-scans and see if they're developing more of these lesions, abnormalities, and that's the type of information that gives you a re-trending in the wrong direction. So again, you're right, I haven't examined him, I haven't looked at testing, but seeing that type of posturing, it's very concerning. The way his fingers are extending, it almost looks like what we call a decorticate or a decerebrate, which means an injury to the brainstem itself. And obviously, brainstem allows us to breathe. It's a very simple portion of our nervous system, but those are very, very concerning posturings that he sustained a very severe brain injury.
And the way that he went down, the way he was whipped down on that second injury, specifically last night, you can see where there might come injury to the brain with both the contact and kind of a whiplash type movement. That is Dr. Chad Demang, rather. He is a nationally recognized neurologist. We thank you for your time, and we'll be right back.
With less moderate to severe eczema,